Hello YouTubers. Well, we've just come back from the football game, Wigan Athletic versus Derby. Not a great result, but a good game to watch. Got thoroughly soaked. So now we've all dried off and ready to have our first game using the old school rules of the Wargame by Charles Grant. Quite a straightforward game to start off with. Basically got 4 battalions defending a town and a very long wall, as you can see there, and 1 artillery piece. So we've got the 3 battalions there, and one of the battalions is embedded within the town, so they're all in the buildings. Against them we have 6 battalions of infantry and 2 artillery. So it'll be interesting to see how the rules fare against troops in defended positions. Might be a bit short or a difficult task with the with these guys, because there are only 6 battalions against 4, which is not a great ratio for attacking a defended position. But we'll see how it goes. They have got the extra artillery, and I shall be the defender, and one of the boys will be the attacker, and he has to decide really whether he's going to go straight for the town and then flank this wall, or whether he's going to concentrate on the wall and then spread into the town. So he's going to have a few moments now to come up with his master plan. Mine's quite a static position, so I'm just going to be sat here and maybe reinforcing areas that need reinforcing. Okay, so let's get on with the first couple of moves. Okay, turn 1. Just a bit of redressing of ranks here, and the 4 battalions over there seem to be heading towards the town. So it looks like that's going to be the priority from the beginning. The artillery did not penetrate the buildings in their first round, but the French and Allies artillery did cause 1 casualty on the 1st battalion in line. So we'll see what happens in move 2. Okay, turn 2. Progress has been made towards the buildings. They have taken some fire, 3 casualties including an officer to the right hand battalion, but apart from that, so far so good for them. They're still progressing towards them. The artillery did better this turn, and they actually penetrated a building and killed 3 of its occupants. Not an officer, but 3 normal ranks. So that building is down to 50% now, which will make it a little bit easier when it comes to assaulting. And the other 2 battalions have just moved forward, not yet within musket range of the battalions behind the wall, but I'm sure their first volley will be coming soon. The French artillery did not get a hit this turn, so they were saved from that. We'll see what happens in turn 3. Okay, turn 3. And so far the line battalions have moved up a little bit closer, still not within musket range. The left hand battalions have got closer to the building. They'll definitely charge on the next move. They've received further fire from the buildings, resulting in another officer killed and 2 more ranks, which was a result that they had to take a morale test, but they passed it with flying colours. The artillery again did some sterling work, and they killed another 2 ranks from the buildings and an officer this time. But as units in buildings basically fight to the death, they don't have to take a morale test or have to do the 50% rule. They were just reinforced by the troops that were in the buildings further to the back. Nothing much on the French and Allies other than the single battalion that was reinforcing this line is now heading off towards the town. Maybe I should have sent them a little bit earlier, 3 moves in, and maybe I should have predicted that they were going to go for the town and maybe send them on move 1. But we'll see if they can get there and reinforce the battalion in the town and stop the onslaught from their right flank at the moment. Okay, on to turn 4 shortly then. Okay, turn 4, and as you can see, one of the French battalions has decided to do its first volley at long range. Didn't really do much damage. 1 casualty on that unit in column there. Other than that, the line units have moved up a little bit further, slow progress towards this wall. But more action on the left flank. The 2 battalions charged into the buildings, and after a bit of a bloody affair were repulsed. So on the next move they will retire 1 move. They did manage to cause some casualties, but they definitely came off worse than were. So we'll see how it goes in the next move. They've still got a couple of battalions that they could possibly push into the town whilst the other 2 battalions recover. But we'll see on the next turn. Okay, turn 5. Bit of a musketry on this round, not with great effect, medium and long range. The only battalion in line that hasn't fired. Its first volley is the Fusiliers, Scots Fusiliers here. So the town again was a bitter struggle, and the follow-up battalion has been forced to retire again without causing any casualties to the defenders. This battalion here has sort of veered off and looks like it's going to go for the line, or the wall I should say, rather than the town. And on this turn, the 2 battalions that were repulsed on the previous turn should now be able to advance again. They both passed their morale checks. So we'll see what happens in turn 6. Okay, turn 6, and some interesting changes on this turn. As we can see over here, the battalion that was in column, that was sneaked past the town, has actually taken part of the wall. The defending battalion failed its morale check and is actually on the next move going to be pulled back slightly, at least 6 inches. And over on the left flank, a different tactic. They are now softening up the target before they go in and try and take that town, and it is working. They managed to cause some casualties this turn. So I suspect they may do that for another turn before having another go at the town. Or if this position is carried, which again is looking more promising now because there's still 2 battalions here uncommitted, then looks like the town might be in trouble. We shall see. Okay, turn 7, and as you can see here, the British forces have taken the wall, and as a parting shot, the left hand battalion has fired its first volley into the retreating French battalion and inflicted significant casualties. The Garde Française currently pushed back on this move, so they'll have to retreat a full move, and less joy on the other flank as the right hand battalion is forced to pull back this turn for 1 full turn and hopefully rally on the next turn. But again, the other battalion did cause some casualties on the regiment in the town, so if they keep plugging away at that, and most certainly that battalion there will be off the board on the next turn, which opens the left hand side of the town to an attack from these battalions. Unfortunately, the Scots Fusiliers reached 50%, so they must retire from the field. Okay, and on to the next turn, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is the situation as of move 9. My phone did crash, so we've skipped a couple of moves, but all that really happened was the units pushed further towards the town. You can see on the right hand side that the town is now surrounded on 2 sides, so it's been flanked. The Bavarians have taken quite a few casualties from the volleys rather than headlong charge into the town, so that strategy has worked. Their position now that the artillery has moved up and the French artillery being silenced has become untenable, so they'll pull themselves out of the town, what's left of them. They have taken severe casualties. The only real unit in any fighting condition is this unit here, but again, now that the wall's been breached, they will also pull back and cover the retreat. You can see there that they haven't taken that many casualties getting over the wall, so that was obviously a good tactic to go for the wall once they realised that the town was a tough nut to crack. And that's where we are there, and I think we'll call it a day there. I think the Allies have won this one. Lessons learned was that town fighting is brutal, and you really have to have the numbers. The Allies did win, but they did take a lot more casualties, particularly on the left. But the other rules worked well. It's been a long time since I played those rules, but I think they stand up to being used nowadays. I don't see why not. The single basing works. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly works with these rules. It makes casualty removal a lot easier, and it was enjoyable. So if you want further reports or updates, then yeah, please comment and let me know. I'm looking forward to doing some different scenarios. I think the pride of the battle goes to this unit here, as they were the first to break the line as such and get over the wall and flank the town. So in their honour, I think, as I'm doing the imaginations, they will get the first regimental name, and I think at the moment I'm looking at calling them Queen Isabella Lifeguards. But I might change that, but we'll see. But yeah, they definitely get the honour, so they'll might even paint a little battle honour on one of their colours, considering they did so well. And it was their charge over the wall that really sealed the fate for the Franco-Bavarians. Okay, till next time then. Thanks.